lanterns dim.
Evening falls,
Empty stalls,
silent walls.
Last of the line, the station stands. No more riders, no more plans. Telegraph took what was known, left him there to close it down.
Saddles gone, the hooks are bare, dust and echoes in the air.
All those miles, all those days, now just fading into gray. Last ride from the station line, where the past meets change in time. One last letter, one last call, before the lights go out on all. No more hooves on open land, no more reins in steady hands. But sometimes in the end you find something new along the line. She rode in on the final run,
Held her breath till it was done,
waited months for words to come from a far-off place out west. He hands her that worn envelope.
she reads it slow,
Then full of hope, hands start shaking, eyes grow bright, like the dark just turned to light. She looks up, don't turn away.
where you headed from today?
He looks around that empty space,
All he's known in that one place.
I ain't sure, he says it plain.
No more track,
No more train.
she folds the letter, holds it tight.
Something steady in her side.
Says come west,
She speaks it low.
long road there to go alone.
He just stands, then meets her eyes, like he's seen it all this time. Last ride from the station line turns to something more this time. Not just endings left behind, but a road they both can find. No more waiting where it ends, no more counting what has been. Morning comes, the trail is wide,
To now take that last ride.
sun comes up,
Gate swings free,
no more past,
just what will be.
Night comes down, open land, small light glows where it stands. She hangs a lantern every night on that gate by fading light. Same old way her mama did. No one asked her why she lives. Road runs dark through miles of land. No town close, no helping hand. Just that glow against the sky, guiding folks who pass it by. Lantern on the gate shines low for the ones out on that road. No big sign, no name to say, just a light to show the way. Through the dark and through the cold, some things never change or fold, even when no one's around. That light stays on the ground. He rides north 3 times a year, dust and miles, worn out gear. Always sees it from afar, like a quiet, steady star. Stops his horse, lets it drink, never knocks, don't even think. Just that light is all he needs, then he's gone with what he leads. One night comes, the horse goes lame. He rides up slow, calls her name. First time knocking on that door, like he should have done before. She opens up, don't ask why, looks at him steady-eyed, like she knew he'd come one day, like that light had led his way. Morning comes, horse stands right, he tips his hat in morning light, rides away like always done, but something's only just begun. Lantern on the gate still glows, but now he knows what he knows. Next time around, he don't wait, rides in early through that gate. No more passing in the night, no more just that distant light. Some things change soft and slow when you follow where they glow. Sun goes down,
Gate stands a while,
lantern waits,
but now inside.
Wind rolls through open land, paper warm in his hand. He walks lines no one can see, marks the land, then lets it be. Town to town, never stays, just passing through his days. Storm rolls in, holds him there, 3 long nights, nowhere to fare. She runs the place quite strong, knows what's right, what goes wrong. Lines on that old map he drew, never thought they'd lead to you. shows her how the paper reads, marks and turns and boundary lines. She looks close, learns it fast, like she's been there in the past. Says she always wondered where that far line meets somewhere. He just shrugs, rolls it tight, leaves one map before first light. Just so you know where you stand, said it's soft, lifted in her hands, and he's gone like he's been before. Another town, another door. Months go by, road runs wide, different trail, same old ride. He steps in, lamplight glows, sees something he didn't know. On the wall his map still stays, right beside it, her own way. Lines not straight, edges rough, but you can see she learned enough. Lines on that old map he drew led him back without a clue. All those roads he used to roam, now they point to something like home. No more miles, just passing through. Something here he can hold to. He sets his bag down by the door, like he won't be leaving anymore. Lamp burns low, night stands still, sun lines lead where they will. Bell on the door, bell on the door, gentle sound, dust and light settling down. Her father's shot now in her hands, small town eyes, quiet plans. People wondered, would she stand? She just did what she began.
He walks in from open land, hat in hand, sun on his tan. Knows each name, each remedy, speaks it slow and carefully.
On those old pharmacy scales, she measures more than what she tells, a little more than what's required for a heart that never tires. No big words, no need to say, some things show in quiet ways. In that room where soft light falls, something grows beyond those walls. Is he yours? She asks him low.
Just a man who helped me grow.
She just nods, weighs it right, adds a little out of sight.
He sees it there, but but lets it be.
Takes the bag and leaves quietly.
Next time round he sets it down.
Lavender from out of town. Helps with flies, he says it plain.
She hangs it by the window frame.
Purple scent in summer air.
Something gentle lingers there.
Weeks go by, the old man heals. He walks in, no list to fill,
just to say he's standing strong.
Didn't take her work too long. She looks up, meets his eyes, smiles soft, no disguise.
First time seen in morning light.
Something there just feels right on those old pharmacy scales. Life tips soft without a scale. More than powders, more than cure. Something quiet, something sure. No big words, no grand display. Just the way they look that day. In that room where sunlight falls, something stays beyond it all. Bell rings soft, door swings wide.
He steps out,
but not outside. River bends, summer light. Quiet runs, day to night. All year long he rides the plains, dust and sun and steady rains. But once a year he slips away, finds that bend and stays 3 days.
says he's fishing, tells no more. Just let silence reach the shore. Water moves and so does time, leaves the world a ways behind. By the bend with a willow rod, where the river runs soft and slow. No big words, no need to say, just the hush of a summer day. In the shade when the light falls thin, something quiet settles in. Not alone like he has been, by that willow rod and wind. 3rd year there he finds her place, sitting still in that same space. Simple line, a willow rod, like she's always known that spot. He could walk the river high, but he stays where currents lie. Sits 10 steps, lets it be. She don't turn, just lets him see. Don't bite early, she says low. Gotta wait till shadows grow. He just nods
just knows it's true.
Sun moves slow, sky turns blue.
When the shade falls soft and wide, line pulls deep, she laughs inside.
Quiet joy like no one's there.
He just watches from his chair.
Evening comes, they drift away.
North and south at end of day.
No names asked, no reason why.
Just the river passing by. Next year comes, same soft wind. She's already there again. Willow Rod and quiet stream, like a half-remembered dream. You were right,
She says it plain.
he just smiles, stays the same. Some things don't need to be said by that river bend instead. Water runs,
Sun goes down,
too still there, without a sound. April sky turn gray. Snow falls down in its way. Riding late through drifting white. No warm road, no guiding light. Horse grows slow, daylight fades. Cold wind moves across the plains. Then a glow through falling snow. Small place where a fire might glow. She knocks once, he lets her in. Says no word, just looks within. April snow falling down, soft and quiet all around. No big talk, no need to say. Some things find their way
through the cold, through the night, through the hush of pale white light.
Something there, calm and true, in what they didn't do. One small room, fire low. He steps out where the cold winds blow. Stays with horses through the night. Leaves her warmth, leaves her light. Morning comes, stove burns bright. Before she wakes, he said it right. She don't ask, she just knows. Some things show in how it goes. 3 days pass in quiet time. Working hands, no need for lines. She moves steady, does her share. He sees all, but leaves it there. 4th day breaks, sky turns blue. Snow lets go, the trail comes through. She saddles up, he walks near. points the way, calm and clear. Road goes right, he says it plain, and straight on past the open plain. I know the way, she answers slow. I know you do, he lets it go. April snow now gone away, but something in that quiet stay. No big words, no need to show, just the warmth beneath that snow. Through the miles and open land, she still feels that steady hand, in the way he kept the fire before she ever woke to life. She rides on, turns once more. He still stands by that door. Empty room, wooden floor, chalk still rests by the door. Teacher left on a morning train, took her books and took the rain. Town stood still, quiet and small. No more lessons down the hall. He's got 3 with restless hands, wants them more than he understands. Never learned to read or write, but he knows they should in life. By the blackboard light at night, where the letters come to life, simple words, slow and true, open up a different view. No big dreams, no grand plan, just a book in working hands, and that glow so soft and warm. Something new begins to form. She arrives with books and grace, finds a room in his place, keeps her work by lamplight low, checks each page before they go. He stands quiet by the door, watches like he's done before. Then one night he takes a seat, says it low, almost discreet. Teach me how he lets it fall, just enough to read it all. She just nods, turns a page, meets him where he stands and plays. Hands are rough, letters slow, lines don't come the way they go. She don't rush, lets it be. Time will come, she lets him see. Then one night he reads it clear, one small word he's held so near. Looks at her like something's changed, like the world just turned a page by the blackboard light.
So still,
Something more than just a skill. In that room where shadows fall, he finds more than words at all. No big speech, no need to try, just that look in his eye, and she knows without a sound something real has just been found. Chalk line fades, night grows deep. Some things stay, some things keep. Morning light, quiet town, bell would ring all around. He's been pulling on that rope since his father gave him hope. 30 years of Sunday sound, calling hearts from miles around.
she walks in when service starts, takes her place where sunlight falls by the window, soft and still,
like she always will. That church bell Sunday sound lifts the whole wide town, through the fields and through the sky, like a prayer going by. Every ring,
every tone, never knew he wasn't alone.
somewhere in that morning light, she was there every time. One cold week, the bell stayed still, no sound rolling down the hill.
People woke to quiet air, something missing everywhere.
She knocked softly at his door,
Held a bow, said nothing more.
without your bell it don't feel right. He just stared into the light. I only see you when I come down,
Said it slow, almost a sound.
she just smiled, calm and true.
I come late, so you do.
That church bell Sunday sound, now it turns his world around. Not just duty, not just call, something more behind it all. Every ring,
Every chime
feels a little more like time, leading where he couldn't see, right to where she'd always be. Bell rings out,
clear and bright,
to walk in.
silent
river runs slow and wide. The whole rope pulls side to side. He runs the ferry every day, carries folks and sends them on their way. Wheels and boots, dust and trade, all pass through, none of them stay.
Faces come and faces go, stories he don't need to know.
Just the rope and river line, mourning through to closing time. Back and forth across that stream, living other people's dreams. Never once left that shore, just kept bringing people more. No big talk, no reason why, just that river rolling by. All his life he held that line, watching others cross in time. She crossed once with family there,
second time with empty stare,
third time standing by the side,
just watching that slow tide.
He pulled in without a word,
Didn't ask, didn't charge her,
took her over, brought her back,
like it was part of the track.
Now she comes and sits nearby,
Skips a stone, watches skies.
sometimes he just lets her be.
Sometimes drifts
And quietly, one day she asked him plain,
ever cross that way again?
he just shakes his head and says,
Someone's gotta hold this place.
She looks out then back at him,
River wide and getting dim,
says it's off like it's no plan.
I can hold it
If you can. Back and forth across that stream, maybe more than what it seems. For the first time in his life, he don't have to hold it tight. Rope still there, river flows, but now there's something he knows. Somewhere past that open line, he might cross it one more time. Water moves,
evening falls
to stand still near those calls. Dusty road, no one near, one lone horse standing here.
Came to town with no one's name,
No brand burned,
no rider claimed.
just stood still by the open gate. like it wandered there by fate.
She took him in, gave him hay, let him rest, let him stay.
Waited long for someone's call, but no one came, no one at all. A horse without a brand or name
Still found someone just the same.
through the miles and all that time.
Something brought him down that line.
No words said, no need to know.
Some things find where they should go. In the quiet, hearts can see.
What was meant will always be. Half a year, the seasons turned. Then one day a man returned, worn and pale, boots torn through. Said he crossed the plains for you.
She led the horse out slow and still. He dropped down right where he stood,
Held him close in dust and sun, like he lost and found at once. I gave him most,
she said it low.
he likes them best.
She let him know.
He looked up, met her eyes, same as when he saw that light. Said he'd stay to mend her fence, just to pay what kindness meant. One day passed, then two, then three. Still he worked there quietly. A horse without a brand or name led him back through
Dust and pain.
but something else had found its way.
Made him choose a place to stay.
No big words, no need to see.
What was plain as it could be.
Somewhere in that open land, he found more than what he planned. Fence stands strong,
Sun goes down,
three still